Hello and welcome to the Motorway Man, and welcome back to Series 2 of the Motorway Man's Towns and Cities, where I show you some of my favourite towns and cities across the UK. And on today's show we'll be looking at Hexham. And as always, before I get into things, please subscribe if you haven't already. So yeah, on today's show we're looking at Hexham, and I'd start off with a couple of facts. So, Hexham's official name is the Town of Hexham. It was founded in around 674 AD. It has a population of just 14,000 people, so it's a fairly small settlement. It's located in the county of Northumberland, which is my favourite county in England, which is in the northeast of England, of course, as I suggested before, and you can get to it from the major road, the A69. And as always, before we get into the good stuff, we'll start with the history. So, Hexham was founded as a monastery in 674 by St. Wilfrid, with St. Wilfrid, of course, later going on to become Bishop of York. Now, Hexham was also noticeable in medieval history as the King of Northumbria at the time, Athelwold, was actually murdered in the town, which obviously back in the day was quite an important event. But Hexham has stayed fairly small throughout its history, and as I say, it's only got a population of around 14,000 in the present day. So, anyway, time for my top 5 things to do while you're here then. So the first thing I recommend you do in Hexham is to see Hexham Abbey. Hexham Abbey is the most famous building in all of the town. The present church dates back to 1170 to 1250 and is built in the early English Gothic style of architecture. It's known for its pretty nice choir if you're interested, and it's generally just a nice building and a good church to go and walk around, and it is Grade 2 listed. So, coming in at number 2, I recommend you go and see Hadrian's Wall. Hadrian's Wall is probably the most important thing in all of the north of England. It was built in 122 AD by the Roman Emperor Hadrian, who named the wall after himself. What a modest guy right there. But yeah, it was named after the Roman Emperor Hadrian. He ordered the building of the wall, and it was to separate England and Scotland. Obviously, England owns more land in the present day, so obviously it's England on both sides of the wall. But large portions of the wall are still there, and you can still walk along it, and it would be pretty nice if you're into your history and that kind of thing to go and visit the wall and walk along a few short sections of it. So, coming in at number 3, I recommend you go and take a hike around Northumberland National Park. Now, I visited a lot of national parks in my time, but Northumberland was my favourite park. I just think it's wonderful, the scenery is great, and there's lots of nice walks for anybody. And coming in at number 4, if you do like walking, I also recommend that it's a little bit further afield, about 45-minute drive away from the town. But if you're willing to go a bit further, it's definitely worth it, as Kielder Forest is probably the best forest in all of the United Kingdom, in my opinion, that I've been to, that you can visit. It's got that wonderful reservoir you can see there, and plenty of nice walks through all the forest for you to enjoy. And lastly, coming in at number 5, I recommend you visit Dilston Castle. Now, the castle itself is built in the 15th century and is mainly just a tower that you see there. You can still go and visit the castle, of course, and the grounds around it, and it's been fortified in many government acts over the years, so it does have quite a bit of history behind the castle. So, if I've convinced you that Hexham is a great town and you want to get here, then never fear, I am the Motorway Man, although it does take a lot of A roads to get here, so I've prepared a few little bits of travel advice for you to help you get here. So, getting to Hexham is fairly straightforward because the main road that you are required to use is the A69, which can be accessed from both the A1 or the M6 motorways, depending what side you are accessing it from. So if you're approaching it from the westbound, all you need to do is get on the A69 towards Hayden Bridge in Hexham, and then at one point you'll reach the A6079, which you'll be taking the 4th exit on to head towards Hexham General Hospital, and then you just follow that road and it takes you right into the centre of the town. And then also, if you're approaching from the eastbound, you'll use the A69 towards Jedburgh and Hexham, and then at the roundabout of the A6079, you'll take the 1st exit towards Hexham General Hospital, and that'll take you right there. Nice and straightforward. And then also, if you didn't have a car and you were arriving on public transport, then I've got a bit of public transport information on the screen for you. So where the airports are the Carlisle Lake District Airport or Newcastle International Airport. We've got the bus stations there, train station, Hexham Station, a place I've visited many a time. The sea travel, and of course the roads, which are the A69, the A68, the A695, the A6079, the B6036, the B5131, the B6531, and of course the nearest major motorway, which is, as I said earlier, the A1M. So anyway, that was my tour of Hexham. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Check out my playlist, the Town and City Guides, if you're into that sort of thing. And while you're there, why don't you check out my service station tour of Hexham Services, which you can see on the screen right now. Have a wonderful day. I hope you like Hexham as much as I do. Have a great day. Subscribe. I would really appreciate you for that. It'd make me really happy. Give me a thumbs up, share the video, all that kinds of good stuff. And I shall catch you in the next one. Have a great day, and goodbye.